So we're going to start with the Jets because my Cowboys are too easy for me to just rip into. So we're going to start with the Jets. So, the other day on the show, we addressed the fact that Antonio Cromartie came out and said that he believes he would be the number 2 best wide receiver on the New York Jets. And apparently that rubbed a couple of the players, and including Rex Ryan, a little wrong. So we need to... I think that's not a good idea this early in the training camp. You do not want to start ripples and drama this soon. The biggest issue, in my opinion, is the fact of the matter is he is a very important cog to what they want to do on defense. Cromartie is. So to me, the last thing you want to do is separate yourself that dramatically from the rest of your teammates. You need the support. You need everybody to be there with each other. Everybody playing for each other. Look, I'm just saying, the idea of what he said probably isn't wrong. He probably is right. I mean, let's be honest. This guy is a freak of an athlete. He's 6'3". He's 200 pounds. He can jump. He can run. You've seen him make interceptions, so you know he can catch. Liz puts in the chat room, athletes need to just shut up and play. Even Santonio Holmes is starting already as well. And it's sad because, you know what? The Jets, to me, are a team where if you're going to have drama, let your head coach be the drama. Let Rex Ryan cause the drama because he is the guy that no matter what can deal with having to talk to the media. He's the guy that no matter what knows how to deal with the bravado and the attitude that he wants every New York Jet player to have. Look, Rex Ryan is arguably my favorite coach. I love his attitude. I love the fact that the guy comes out and says, we're going to win the Super Bowl this year. I love that. You know why? Because that's what every freaking NFL team is saying to themselves behind closed door. So why can't you man up and say it in front of the media? Nothing wrong with it. If you think you can win it, then say it. Look at the Khalil from Carolina, the center. He comes out and says the Carolina's winning the Super Bowl year. The whole freaking team comes out and supports him. No issue with you saying it because if you believe it, then say it because you want to go do it. No issue with that. But back to the Cromartie comments. Chaz Schillings, the new Jets wide receiver, picked up from the Oakland Raiders this offseason, makes a comment about Cromartie saying that it was a slight and says that, we'll address it on the football field. Look, you don't want your team, you don't want wide receivers and corners fighting. You don't want anybody fighting on your team. It is part of training camp. But you don't want people fighting because they're teammates. You want them getting along. You want them working together. You want them looking at each other saying, I'll sacrifice me for you so that us as a team can win. Hence the whole idea of blocking. You see an offensive lineman or anybody downfield throw their body into a guy so that their teammate can get into the end zone. That is what you want from your teammates. Not saying we'll settle it on the field. Or have your wide receiver feel he was slighted by the cornerback, by the corner saying, I would be the second best wide receiver on the team. Look, I think that there's nothing wrong with Cromartie believing that, but I do think that there's a time and a place to say that. And 2 weeks in the training camp, when a whole bunch of guys are trying to prove themselves, learn the offense, get into things, is the wrong time to say that. But I love Rex Ryan's comments to the media yesterday and his response to what's going on. And this is actually a direct quote from Rex Ryan. I actually wrote word for word what he said. And this is Rex Ryan. I'm going to say this right now. Listen to me when I tell you this. I'm aware of what was said, okay? I'm on top of it. I'm telling you that right now. I'm on top of it, and it will not be a problem. And that's all I'm going to say about the whole thing. Look, could Rex Ryan been more Rex Ryan and said other things? Of course he could have. Rex Ryan could have said, I'll put my foot up Cromartie's ass. Easily could have said that. I will shut him up by stapling his mouth shut. Like, Ryan could have said a lot of different things. But what he said was straight, simple, and to the point. I will handle it. That's all you wanted to hear. And now what happens today? I already saw it on Twitter. Antonio Cromartie, right past reporters. Said, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, not today. Jazz Sillings, right past reporters. Talk to you guys tomorrow, not today. You know what that's a sign to me? Rex Ryan handled it. Rex Ryan sat down with his team. Whether it was just the two of them or the whole damn team, I don't know. But what I do know is Rex Ryan handled it. Now, I will guarantee you that at some point or another, you're going to hear about a little scuffle between Cromartie and Schillings on the field. And people are going to make a big deal about it. Was this about the wide receiver thing? Guarantee you it won't be. Guarantee you. It's not going to be about the wide receiver thing. It's going to be about, physically pushing each other, physically getting to each other. It's going to be on the second part of two-a-days when they're hot, they're dehydrated, they're sweating, they need a break. Look, I don't think Cromartie should have said what he said, but he said what he said. I don't think Schillings needed to reply the way he replied, but he did. But what I do think needed to happen and also happened is what Rex Ryan did. And like I said, I will be totally surprised if there's a issue between these two players again. Jay Storms hops into our chat room. Can't wait to see Tim Tebow. Look, man, I really don't care about seeing Tim Tebow. What I will say is I cannot wait to see the packages that they come out with Tim Tebow. Look, guys, I know a lot of Jet fans are out there. Oh, I don't want you taking Sanchez out in the middle of the game to put Tebow in to run one play and then Sanchez back out for 3 plays and then Tebow back out. Look, guys, you are going to see Tim Tebow line up as a running back with Sanchez under center. You're going to see Tebow line up at center with Sanchez at wide receiver. You're going to see Tebow line up at quarterback with Sanchez at running back. You're going to, dude, Sperano and Ryan are going to have a field day using Tim Tebow. Look, the man's a great football player. I don't care what you say about his throwing motion. I don't care what you say about his accuracy. I don't care about any of that stuff. As a football player, he is amazing. This guy is going to do everything for the Jets. And I'm telling you right now, if you're a Jets fan, what you should be excited about is that Tim Tebow is being forced to not only interact with your offense, but interact with your special teams. He's being forced to interact against the defense. He is going to get an input, not an input, let me use a different word. He is going to have the ability to affect, motivate, and drive the New York Jets in all 3 aspects of the game. Denver went 8-8 last year, and they only used him as a quarterback. That was it. I'm just saying, you guys, if he's set up the right way, which I think he will be, watch out. Look, Sperano's, I think, first or second year with the Dolphins is 11-5 because of a dominant Wildcat offense where Ronnie Brown played quarterback, okay? So if he can pull that off with the roster they had in Miami, I'm sorry, Jets fans, I got to believe he's going to be able to do something special with you guys as well. I'm not trying to sit here and say, Jets to the Super Bowl or anything like that. I do think the Jets have a chance to push New England for the division. I do think the Jets have a chance to make the playoffs. I do think the Jets have a chance to win a playoff game. I like the Jets going into this year better than I like my Cowboys, and I guarantee you a lot of sports analysts out there would disagree with me. But I actually like the Jets better than I like the Cowboys going into this year. Liz mentions he's so versatile. It's got to be a plus, and it really does. Storms believes Sanchez is going to bomb, and Tebow will get his time to shine. Look, Tebow's going to have his time to shine, and unless Mark Sanchez gets 5 games into the season with 0 touchdowns and like 13 interceptions, Sanchez is the starting quarterback. Rex Ryan believes in Mark Sanchez. Thank you. Christina puts it into the chat room. Sanchez is going to make everyone eat their words. Look, guys, I don't think Mark Sanchez is going to turn himself into elite quarterback this year. I don't think Mark Sanchez is even going to make a Pro Bowl this year. But what I do think is that Mark Sanchez is going to go out and do his job as the New York Jets starting quarterback. That's what I believe. And I don't think I'm going to be wrong either. I think a lot of people are going to be surprised. You know, like Liz says, he just needs to play smart. You take away the turnovers he had last year, the Jets win 1 or 2 more games. You make that defense play the way they played in the first 2 years Rex Ryan was there, they're going to win a few more games. You make that run game work the way it worked when Rex Ryan first got there, they win a few more games. There are numerous reasons the New York Jets did not make the playoffs last year, and Mark Sanchez is just a small piece of that pie. That's all he is. Turnovers were a big deal, but he also helped lead that team. He helped put them in positions to win. He did numerous good things as well, okay?